finally here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so I honestly don't know what to say because yeah, so 1 year. One whole year of me being on this accursed platform. Hey Jim, welcome, welcome. You're just in time. I had to spend like 5 minutes looking for my laptop because I forgot to bring it out ahead of time. Yeah. So, you know, I've been on this platform for 1 year now. I honestly, I'm not very good at reflecting on this stuff just because I kind of refuse to watch my own streams back because I don't know. I find if I do watch back again, I would probably implode out of embarrassment. So yeah. If anybody's noticed that like my mouth movements seem a bit smaller or more fluid perhaps, it's because I went ahead and bought V-Bridger and like man, like there's such a big improvement between like between just not using it and using it. It's just like, wow, I never want to go back. This thing's amazing. So I don't know if it's just me but your audio seems a little on the low side. How about now? Yeah, because I don't know, I never really figured out the whole audio thing. Could also have to do with like my mic placement or something. Sorry about like all the crunchy noises. I have stuff hanging off of my mic. That probably shouldn't be there. Yeah. So let me just get started, I guess. Where is that? Okay, reference folder. Yeah. We begin, and how are you? I'm feeling great. Might have strained my voice a little last night just because I was out with like the rest of my lab and we essentially got food and drinks from like 3 in the afternoon all the way to like 10 at night. I don't drink anything alcoholic, so it was literally just like me and my soda and like fun fact, basically the only people who got booze was the postdoc and like my PI, who's like basically like, you know, my boss, just like him and the postdoc and like everybody else who was like either a research like technician or, you know, the 2 undergrad interns, which includes me. Windows 10 deeply despises the regular way you would check audio, so I think it's generally easiest to log on to your stream on a separate device and check that way. Yeah. True. But at the same time, it's like my headphones are hooked up upon my mic, and also that's kind of how like I monitor my speech as well. Well, I mean, OBS lets you check your audio levels. Yeah, that is true. That's all that really matters. Yeah. I'm just like afraid of opening up these speakers on like my MacBook and then causing feedback, and that's not really fun, is it? I really don't want to subject anybody, including myself, to that kind of ear rape. Oh, Mayo. I mean, it's true. Like, whenever that happens in like auditoriums and stuff, like, oh my god, I've been subjected to that way too many times in like school assemblies back in like middle school and high school because, you know, boomer teachers don't know how to like properly operate mics and stuff. Like, oh my god, you would hear kids literally scream in the chairs. Yeah. So, you know, but I wouldn't want to subject anybody to that unless, like, you actually like hearing that sound. Sega did a showcase stream recently where they forgot to turn off their own stream, so it looped and echoed for like a solid 30 seconds. Oh! You'd think that because it's Sega, they... Damn. I hope somebody clipped that, because that would be so funny to watch. Microsoft debuting spoken commands by accidentally commanding their stream to close. Oh man. Oh man. You really don't hear about that kind of stuff like often, you know? So it's like man, these tech companies should know better. Yeah, it's right there. They just didn't bother re-uploading a proper version. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna watch that after I finish. Apparently according to the comments below, it's like 90% starting soon and 10% actual content, so ooh, this is gonna be spicy. Okay, that's one. I want to adjust the proportions a little. Make the head slightly bigger. And actually shift this down a bit because I know the hair is going to be massive. And actually the references should go below everything. Yeah, that's why I time-stamped it. My mom got me a bottle of Irish cream infused with Belgian chocolate. It's very good. Ooh. That sounds really good. Okay, first sketch is done, and then I'll go ahead and like align and everything later. I can already tell that my canvas size is gonna be way too small. So 4K it is. It's like one of those things where you can barely taste the alcohol. Ah. That sounds good. Okay. Spooter. Lily Spooter. Although I know you just said you don't drink alcohol, lol. I mean, I don't drink it because I don't like the taste of alcohol. Like that's mainly it, you know? Like ethanol has like, you know, a particular taste, right? And then there's beer, which is just gross. Honestly, I don't know how people can like drink that stuff. Like, you know, craft beers and everything is just, you know, it's all bitter yeast piss. Mass-produced beer sucks. I mean, yeah, like... But some of the local beers can be okay. Yo, Con! Yo, Con! Welcome, welcome. I'm starting everything. How are you? Good. That's nice to hear. I'm... Finally setting up the game room / office. We finally found the bolts and screws for the desks. Ooh, that doesn't sound fun if you haven't found it yet. It's been 3 months. Lol. Hang on, sorry, I'm just trying to focus on this. This is a... Oh, by the way, is swearing okay? I mean, I use fuck as a comma, so... It would be kind of hypocritical for me to not allow it in chat, you know? Hey, to be fair, it's like my first time here and I don't want to make anyone too uncomfortable with how much I usually swear. Don't worry, I'm usually worse, so... Swear you're going straight to the nether. Oh, thank you for the single bit, Con. Greatly appreciated. Helps fund my my textbooks. Which, oh man. I don't want to get into my rant on like the textbook and like academic publishing industry in general, because this is supposed to be like a celebration stream and not a Ink rants about academia stream, but let's just say that my gripes are I have a lot of them. Fucking do it. Exile me. I want it. Well, okay, so basically, textbooks cost like... The joke is courtesy of my nephew who forced me to actually learn things about Minecraft. Oh man. I want to do Fancy Bunny Boy. So wait, what kind of things did you learn about Minecraft with your nephew? Oh, hi Flo! Welcome, welcome. I would gladly participate in an Ink rant about academia stream. Trust me, it's not as exciting as you think. Oh! Was trying to start the hype train. Thank you, Con. Thank you. Do you... Thank you. I don't understand any of this shit. Don't worry, I don't understand it either. I'm literally only an undergraduate who, like, just got my first lab position. And I mean, it's not the worst place that I could be in. I've heard far worse online. Um, joke's on you, I'm a middle school dropout. Middle school. Honestly, like, middle school was, like, some of my worst, some of my worst and best days. I say because, like, I call it the time before I'm sentient. Because, honestly, I might as well not have been sentient prior to, high school. Originally, my plan for, like, my one year anniversary stream was, like, to essentially go through. Did you hear about my scuff streams? Oh yes, I have. Unfortunately, it's just that, like, you know, it's hard for me to, like, join just because, well, academia is more or less a 24/7 work schedule. So, like, when I'm not, like, actually in the lab working, I'm at home working. No worries. So, like, yeah, my free time, like, when I don't manage to squeeze in, like, time to do, like, my commissions and artwork and, like, personal art, is time spent reading and, like, wrangling code. And I honestly hate wrangling code, but that's another story. Middle school fucking sucked. I mean, like, I feel like if it weren't for middle school, I wouldn't be where I am now. Like, so as I was saying, my original plans for my 1 year anniversary stream was, like, to essentially go over my internet history. Yeah, I know, we're going back to the dark ages of, like, literally middle school Warrior Cats role-playing Inc. But I decided against it just because I looked at my Scratch account and it said that it was 1 year and 1 year, 9 years and 3 months old. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna hold off until next year and just do that when I hit my 10 years of like decade on the internet day, you know? Like, it's literally that close. I might as well just, like, hold off for 9 more months and then show off my embarrassing dark secrets. But as a little teaser, I will show you guys something from back then. One small thing. Feel free to go watch it on chat because I'm not playing it. Like, there. You guys are free to go and look if you want. In general, people's internet history ages like fucking milk. The more time passes, the more poorly things age. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's basically like, you know, airing out my dirty laundry so that y'all can laugh at me. And honestly, it's okay, I laugh at myself too. You know? But I mean, that's my job as a VTuber, you know? To make a fool of myself on publicly. I can relate though. I was on Newgrounds. Oh yay, level 1 hype train emote. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I was about the stream. I was trying to stream off mobile and I was streaming for 40 minutes and then Cheyenne came in and told me I was at the title screen for the entirety of stream. I was so embarrassed I stopped and deleted the VOD. Now you just gotta tough it out till nostalgia kicks in. But anyway, thank you everyone. I mean, like, yeah, I guess nostalgia will only kick in my 30s, where it's like there's goggles for that. I mean, I'm already having like slight nostalgia for stuff that was like popular in like the early 2010s. It's just that, you know, I don't want to remember my stuff specifically, you know? Like, sometimes I miss my middle school emo phase. I was watching some seriously trash anime from the early 2000s, and it was like charming how awful it was. That's me with like, oh my god, 2012 metalcore and that kind of stuff. Not My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance is always good. And honestly, I'm very happy that I didn't get into them until like sophomore year of college, because if I had gotten into them back in middle school, speaking of which, you still play Snow Alice. Unfortunately, I have not. I do not, but honestly, I kind of want to. It's just that I don't have the energy nor the time to actually dedicate myself to like Guild Wars now. I remember the early 2000s internet, like the horrors that lay there. I don't, but that's mostly because like I started the internet when it was like already 2013 and stuff, you know, just like I guess the peak of MySpace time, except I was never allowed on MySpace. It's okay, I don't either. I started when dial-up was a thing. I miss Habbo Hotel. Anime Web Turnpike Kyo. Aw, man. Honestly, I don't really like this pose. I'm gonna restart it. Oh, thank God. I'm probably not the oldest one here. Yeah, that title probably goes to Jim. No offense. Damn it. Sorry for throwing you under the bus there. But honestly, like, yeah, my childhood was mostly spent, I guess, Club Penguin, Animal Jam, Scratch, DeviantArt. I secretly wonder if I'm the youngest. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there are some children that actually watch me. I'm turning 30 next year, so I'm still starting to feel it. My bones. And they didn't monitor access or put a password. Yeah, so my nostalgia is mostly for like 2012 scene things, and honestly, like, that time was like a dark time of the internet, you know? Just like MySpace, Wattpad, fanfiction.net. I was never allowed on MySpace. Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I turned 32 last month. It was an interesting birthday stream. But yeah, there's probably like actual children who watch me, but like there's probably actual children everywhere on the internet, you know? So like honestly, like my channel policy is more or less you chose to watch me, it's not my responsibility to cater to your taste, you know, that kind of deal. But yeah. Children are cringe. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's just like, you know, you used to be a child yourself. It's, yeah. Thanks, only 8 months ago. Only like 8 months to go. Oh, wait. 30 seems like a bigger deal when you're 29. Nah. I'll have both legs in the same pose. I mean, yeah, I used to be a child myself, and no guy was so fucking cringe. I would have slapped child me. Honestly, like, I probably wouldn't, because if I'm being completely honest, child me would probably think that current me is like the coolest thing ever. And I kind of like that kind of attention. Apparently you have to be 13 or older to use Twitch according to TOS. Yeah, according to TOS. We all know that there are plenty of kids out there who are breaking that, you know? Like, shh. I'm 13. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, but little Billy doesn't fucking care about that. Exactly. Little Billy or, you know, Tommy out there playing Call of Duty. Yelling about fucking your mom. Despite not even being in puberty yet. Little Billy will enter. It's like going on Disney.com without my parents' permission. Little Billy will enter 18 plus Discord server and say he's of age, and then cause a bunch of drama on Twitter because the server owner found out he's not actually 18. You know, that has actually happened quite a few times on like some servers that I've been on. Most notably, Flo knows this. It's BioCord. It's like big nerd biology nerd central because, like, you know, it's literally just like all science. But like, anyways, I have to go. Hope everyone has a great rest of your days. Thank you for coming, Con. Thank you for stopping by. I will make sure to do my best. Yes. Come on. Crop. So glad they didn't invent chat programs till I was in college. Also, like, you know, who else went on like those really sketchy watch-free anime sites? No worries, just feel free to hit me up on Discord. Yes. I will tag everybody on Twitter, like, once I'm done with this. Yeah, so if anybody else went on like those really untrustworthy watch free anime sites, like the kind that probably gave you a virus just by going on there, yes. Yeah, that was actually how I ruined my first computer. Yes, it is Cheyenne. I'm going through the sketches in order of like receipt, and then well, also via bootleg VHS. Oh, what, all these? Oh no, these are like, you know, all of the chibis I said I was gonna take requests for, you know. um, Even better, watching anime on YouTube split up into 10-minute parts. Back in the day, we got a free anime via sketchy FTP setups. Back when fan subs actually mattered. No, Con, these are free. Don't you remember the whole ad that I put up last week? Free TM. I have fish brain. I mean, yeah, the thing is, like, I don't actually do requests that often, because if I do, like, I will never complete them unless, like, I have somebody holding me accountable, like you guys watching me right now. Otherwise, I will just never complete them because, like, unless you sweeten the deal. I will forget. If it's not too late, I want to request a subworry. No worries, Jim. I got you. And what kind of conference was it? I was at one too. It was, oh man. Just, Jim, just DM me, like, which subwar you want. You know, since, like, there's a ton of outfits. I forgot I did request one. Cool. Gotcha. Okay, I want to move this down a bit. Yeah. Da da da. I remember I was retweeting it, but that's it. Now you did drop a ref. Don't worry, I gotcha. At the risk of being too specialized in real estate tax investments. Yeah, I was at a microbiology conference. Did you get any free stuff? It's okay, I needed to go for free this time. Go for real. Gotcha. Bye, Con. Nice seeing you around. So I'm home and nervously taking rapid tests every morning because that shit was not safe. Yeah, you would imagine that, like, in a conference of all microbiologists, you'd see more people wearing masks. No. There were actually a lot of people that weren't. It's just like, why? Why? Some of you guys study COVID. No free stuff. Well, I got a pen. This conference there aren't any tables, so no swag. A shame. A shame. I came back with so much swag. It was like Christmas, but like for lab stuff. I basically grabbed one of every single pamphlet that they had from like the vendors, and they also had like a whole bunch of free stuff. So it was like, you know, mugs, pens, so many pens. I ended up donating most of them to the lab. Mugs, pens, what else was there? Oh yeah, there were like quite a few vendors doing like whole, like, you know, spin the wheel setups. I wanted it instead of like Legos because yeah, some vendors actually do like have Lego sets that they like, they don't sell, but they're like, you know, add-ons for like if you buy like giant pieces of equipment that cost like hundreds of thousands of dollars, they give you like a shitty little Lego set. They had some that were like available to like actually win as like, you know, those little spin the wheel prizes. Unfortunately, I got there too late, and the last set of lab Legos they gave away, and so yeah, I'm very sad about that. We're all triple vax, so therefore it must be safe. Looks at long COVID, leaves. There were quite a few studies about long COVID there too, so it's just like, no, you guys should know better. You guys should know better. Legos. Wow. Yeah, it's like, pay $100,000 for this brand new tissue culture hood, and we'll give you this probably cost us only 10 cents to manufacture Lego set of the tissue culture hood that you just bought. People don't want to know better. Yeah. Last conference, I won a Cajun dinner raffle, which they FedExed to me frozen. Kinda ruled. Oh man. That honestly, wow, Cajun dinner frozen. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention this, but there's a new redeem if anybody wants to try. If anybody has racked up that many points, actually. I don't know if anybody has actually racked up that many champ points. Actually, Jim, you might have. It's a very, very fun redeem, if I may say so myself. Wait, I got 16k. Well, you got more than enough for it. What pose do I want to do for con? Yes. We're doing the assets. Okay, where is it? No, wait. It's not the background I want. Model movement locked. It's not this one that I wanted, but okay. Where is it? Yes. Okay, yes, I know. We're talking about assets. How do I edit this thing anyway? Because I know that there's a way to like actually okay. There is a way to like actually edit these. Damn it. Is it here? Is it here? No, it's not. Well, shit. I'll just drag these to the trash can for now, and we can select, configure. Okay. This is what I mean by assets. Can't stay because I have a test in a couple of hours, but Jim redeemed assets, so I'm giving you guys assets. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the save? Yes. Okay, what the hell? Okay, I'm trying to configure these again. I'm sorry, guys. This is like literally my first time using these. You see, I just wanted an excuse to try these out, you know? They're $2 assets. Where's the multiply? Okay, so highlight. Okay. Screen. Actually, no, it's base. That needs to be edited. Yeah. Okay, highlight. Shading. Wait. Left. Wait, that's base. That's base. Okay. Where the hell is the other thing? Oh my god. I think I broke it. I think I broke it. Never mind. We're not doing these. Not gonna lie, they kind of look like truck nuts. What is my life right now? You see that? I should have played around with these before I made them a redeem. Now that I think about it, yeah, I really should. But these were $2. $2 on itch.io. How could I not? How could I not, you know? It's too good to resist. Hi Nisa, welcome, welcome. We were just in the middle of trying to modify some assets. Hint hint, nudge nudge. Except for the fact that I ended up breaking them both times while trying to modify, so I kind of just gave up. I'm sorry, Jim. I'll make it up next time. But yes, welcome. I'm currently working on chibis. Since it's your anniversary, I'm not going to make a joke about I should play around with these before stream. You're welcome. You're lucky I've known you for like years, because if you did, I would have banned you. Sorry. But like, yeah, just don't loot me. But at the same time, it's just... Nah. But anyway, like, you know, which Sawari are we talking about? What's the archive site again? Notice. News, general, projects. Where is the Azure site? Beginner things. It's probably under beginner things, right? Right. Tips and tricks. Oh, sorry, VSS. Gotcha. I will keep this over here. Oh, I think it's a really cool design, but I don't think I've ever seen fan art of it. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. How many more left? Con. Oh yes. It's yours now. It's yours now, Emily, if you're still watching. I will. Oh, that's a big ref. And with that, I will actually change my canvas again. And once everything's actually drawn, I would probably shrink it and rearrange everything. Oh no, it's already an hour. What to talk about now? What to talk about now? Also, why is it that the more I draw, the smaller these get? I should probably change that. Also, did I accidentally... Oh my god, I accidentally drew this on this layer. That is not good, but easily fixable. Just gonna merge this down with this, and then order will be restored in the world. About how I tried to generate a Lego Biohood with Dolly, but it only gave me Lego people with hazard suits on. A shame. Oh yeah, speaking of Dolly, has anybody else tried playing around with it? Because like, oh man, I've had so much fun trying to like generate children's lab equipment with it. And like by children's lab equipment, I mean like Fisher Price micropipettes and Fisher Price gas chromatography machines, which if any, assuming nobody knows what a gas chromatography machine is, it's a big machine that children absolutely should not use, and honestly even adults probably don't know what's going on inside. Yeah. Everything it makes looks like Half-Life 1 enemies. That's because you haven't been trying to make them Fisher Price themed. But yeah, like, oh man, I've seen some people on the internet make like Jar Jar Binks at the Nuremberg trials. Nobody. I do. No, you don't. You're lying. Everybody who says they know what's going on is lying. Like, why do I keep on making side profile drawings? I shouldn't do that. They made me analyze gas chromatography and stuff in Orgo 1. The funny thing is they still haven't made me do it, and I'm taking Orgo 4 next year. Well, my school hates us. Yeah, they do. They definitely do. Oh, I cannot say anymore. Yep. No worries about that. I should make this bigger. I should make everything else bigger. Bigger still. Wait, is this bunny also on the rough page? I need to save the bunny. Bunny needs to be saved. Ah! That was not intended. Yes. Oh man, this campus is getting big. How many more are there? Okay, 3. I can probably fit them all in. Probably. This one needs to get cropped though. Okay. Delete. Hi, hi! Hi, Neffy. If it's alright if I call you that. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're doing art tonight. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 free things. It's all good to call me Neffy. Got it. Art time, let's go. Okay. 1. Chimkin. That's a little chimkin. And ooh. Let me go see. Yes. Let's see, let me go and see if I can do something. Spot room. So, what does everybody think about game shows? And actually, not just game shows, make that reality TV in general. If I'm being completely honest, I really don't watch any reality TV. I think it's vapid and boring, but vapid appeals to the lowest common denominator, but even so, I do enjoy watching other people react to 90 Day Fiancé. Reality TV rules, but only if it's Taskmaster or the genius. And who watches TV nowadays? Yeah, there's like... I mean, I would count reality TV as like those Netflix reality shows as well, you know? Like... Netflix is basically the new TV these days. That's true, yeah. But 90 Day Fiancé is funny, but also very sad. Like, especially if we're talking about, Big Ed. Taskmaster is literally the only game show I watch regularly that isn't anime. I've had some friends who watched 90 Day Fiancé. Well, or sports. Yeah. Otherwise, it's Disney Plus or anime. I watch Love Island all the time. I've heard of Love Island before, but like I've never really bothered investing much into it. Big Ed and his dumpster fire is honestly enough to entertain me. It's a fucking train wreck. In that case, I might enjoy it. Maybe. I barely watch that sorts of things. Yeah, I don't either, but sometimes it's fun to see just how sad some things are. Oh wait, no, actually, I do sometimes watch reality TV now that I think about it. I like watching Dr. Pimple Popper highlights on YouTube. It's strange. Yeah. Either that or Botched. Oh, I actually really enjoy watching Botched. Take like the most vapid. If my latte isn't 3% foam whipped, I want the miniature insta models. And the most dude bro, if you don't lift, you ain't a man, bro. Attractive men, and they all hate each other, and they're stuck on a resort island where they get everything they want and compete in swimsuits. That's it. That's the whole show. Oh my god. that sounds very entertaining if I'm being completely honest. Sounds like their reality to me. Yeah. reality TV. Get it? I'm funny. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Just, you know, yeah, gotta focus on work. But yeah, 90 Day Fiancé funny. But, you know, when it comes to like actual reality TV that I actually enjoy, it's only really Dr. Pimple Popper and Botched. It's like the medical stuff, you know, which I guess is pretty in line with me, just because, like, you know, yeah, pretty on brand for me to like enjoy watching. Oh, hi, Aki. I just finished yours. Well, the sketch. I just finished it. Not working on Jim's thing. Yeah, but watching Dr. Pimple Popper, I mean, it's gross because it's like, you know, surgery and medical stuff, but like otherwise it's really interesting. It's like morbidly fascinating how stuff happens, you know, but like honestly, I think the worst of those shows for me is probably The Swan, because, you know, it's like you're not allowed to, you know, look at your face in the mirror and stuff. It's just like, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me, you know? I don't really know how else to like describe it. It doesn't sit right with me. It's so cute. Thank you, thank you. Wow, so many viewers. Wait. Oh my god. I think this might be the most I've ever had. But hello. I keep on forgetting what I should call you. It's like, on one hand I want to call you Didi, but at the same time it's just like, yo, on the other hand, there's probably something else I should call you. Yes, Camille. Yes. Relish in ink. Yes, that chances are I'm probably not gonna get the pull numbers like this again. But yes, hello Camille. I'm currently finishing up this batch of pre-sketches, and then I refine things a bit further, or honestly I could probably just start lining right now. Immediately after, since my sketches are relatively detailed. No wait, no wait. I can see why there isn't really much fan art of this outfit. All those roses are gonna be such a pain in the ass to draw. There we go, so Wari is done. Now we actually start... Yeah. We start lining. 20 should be enough, yeah. It is currently 10:25. Wow, that worked a lot faster than I thought. Ooh, nice, nice. Yes. I'm just debating right now if I want to do if I want to do my usual process of sketching or like just wing the line art like this, you know? I think I'm gonna try winging the line art this time around. My friend Snurp has stopped by. They say thank you for accepting to do their chicken. You're welcome. Chimkin. Easy. What? No, I'm doing my usual sketching process. Yeah. 30. Because unfortunately this does take quite a while to refine, but at the same time it's just like, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable lining without like detailed sketches underneath of like just exactly what I want the outfit to be and stuff. It's like a chance for me to refine everything, you know? Which is also why it takes me fucking forever to draw anything, because yeah, I use this process for everything. Winging it sounds more like fun. Yeah, but at the same time it's just like, you know, winging it is faster, but at the same time it's just like, I don't know. I feel like everything's just off if I wing it without doing sketches like this underneath. Without like at least, you know, that's pretty fair. Kind of like a refinement before finalizing, like checking your drafts before submitting a final draft. Can you raise up your music and volume a bit? Yeah, sure I can. I just don't want like that to the mic volume to like spike and stuff, you know? Yeah. I'm probably going deaf. No worries, no worries. I'm still trying to figure out my volume stuff even a year after, you know? But yeah, this is probably the part where I start going silent, just because I am trying to focus on working on this and refining it and making sure that everything is in proportion as needed. Hang on, I'm gonna actually go grab my water. There. Water grabbed. But honestly, like, I feel like there's probably a way to make my process more efficient. But at the same time, this is how I've drawn for years. Hi. Thank you, Apocalypse. Welcome, welcome. I honestly really should update, like, I really should make, like, sub-tier icons and stuff. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like the only way that looks good is like if it's done as pixel art, and I'm no good at pixel art. I've tried numerous times. I'm just not good at it. At the same time, I feel like, you know, I should DIY as many things as possible. If I'm able to DIY it, I should DIY it. So that's why I don't have really that's why some of my channel assets are like just really scuffed. But of course, graphic design isn't my passion, so that's why I only ever commission my overlays, even though I theoretically could make it myself. I don't do it. DIY build your own mic. I mean, theoretically, you can actually build your own mic out of, like, parts. Apparently, if you, like, tear apart one of those, like, amplifiers and use that diaphragm, you can actually make a really good mic for capturing, like, low frequencies, you know. Like, apparently that is a thing. That's what Radio Shack is for. Wait a minute, never mind. Based. Don't tell Lily that. Thank you for the sub, Aki. Base boosted. What do you need a vase for? I mean, I don't really need a... Actually, no. What I was referring to doesn't need a vase, but, like, I was talking about, like, how, you can apparently take apart amplifiers and use the diaphragms from there to, like, make a bass microphone. But speaking of vases, like, I may or may not have gotten into raising plants, like every single basic bitch ever. So yeah, I currently have a strawberry plant, but I'm thinking of getting more. Well, granted, the strawberry plant was literally bought on whim from the supermarket because they had strawberry plants and some of them actually had like fruit developing, and I was like, oh holy shit, I need to get that. I want strawberries. And then I picked the strawberries as they ripened and they tasted awful. So pro tip, never buy supermarket strawberry plants. They're usually not worth it. But now I have a strawberry plant. Yeah. So yeah, actually the strawberry plant is getting a bit too big for its current pot, so we're gonna need a better one. And I was thinking of, like, you know, maybe going to like a plant shop as well and like buying some plants. I'm not sure what kind of plant I want to raise next. Maybe not like a succulent or something, just because I almost killed it out of neglect. The last time I had a succulent, but I don't know, maybe I can get a snake plant or something. I feel like plants in your position should fear for their lives. Why the pessimism, okay? I mean, the reason why I almost killed the succulent was because the only place that actually had any light in my dorm room was like behind my monitor where I couldn't see it, which meant you see, with plants I very much operate on a if I don't see it, it doesn't exist sort of principle. And like the only place that had any sun was like behind my monitor, which means I forgot it existed because it wasn't in my line of sight. Biology is why I said that. Sub before ink gets cast for Poison Ivy and Batman 2. You will dissect. I'm not a plant biologist though. Plants have nothing fun in that regard. And besides, I'm a microbiologist, not the other kind, you know? Plants are kind of boring, not gonna lie. Yeah. I mean, the only reason why like I kind of like having plants around is because otherwise Otherwise, my apartment is honestly kind of drab and boring. They're just, you know, nice to have around and bring a bit of life into the... My plant died because I lack object permanence. I mean, it's true. It's true. Like, if you leave something out of my sight for long enough, I will literally forget that it exists. And honestly, that is something I should probably work on. Currently have a microbiology and parasitology project. It's both fun and stressful. Ouch, good luck. I hope it's not on COVID. I had immunology. That was... Good thing I'm not taking any immunology classes. I heard enough about it from my friends who did to know that it is probably something that I should avoid. Because they go really in depth on the complement system. I'm just like, oh. Yikes. It's like, you know, protein this, protein that, memorize this cascade. Pain. Pain indeed. It's just a general thing for us to study since I'm in nursing. My favorite subject is pharmacology. Well, you won't like it once you get into, like, you know, the actual... I love hearing about my CB3BP. Pharmacology. Well, I'm assuming you don't get into, like, the actual organic chemistry of everything because, oh man. I mean, I don't mind it, but that's also because I study organic chemistry as, like, my other major. Or my map, kinase. That phosphorylates map, kinase, that phosphorylates map, kinase. Is there a map kinase, though? There probably isn't. Or just a really interesting new gene. Is there seriously something named that? Because, like, I'm aware of Sonic Hedgehog and, like, Robotnik it. There is. I wish I was making it up. Like, I'm aware of, like, of, like, the Hedgehog pathway. Like, you know, Sonic Hedgehog. Apparently there's, like, Desert Hedgehog as well, and, like, just, you know, the general hedgehog genes, but, like, and also Robotnikin, which is, like, the inhibitor of Sonic Hedgehog. But, like, oh my god, really interesting new gene. Yeah, there's a desert hedgehog gene, like, not desert as in, like, you know, sweet, but, like, desert as in, like, you know, sand. Kind of sus. What? Yeah, let me take a break and, like, look it up, because there's, like, a whole bunch of hedgehog genes. Hedgehog genes. The hedgehog protein family. Yeah, there's hedgehog gene family. No, the hedgehog protein family. So there's Sonic Hedgehog, there's Hedgehog, there's Hedgehog, which is like the family protein. There's Sonic Hedgehog, blah, 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 blah. Oh my god. So apparently there's a hog protein as well, and that's like the second part of like the hedge. There's like the hedge domain, and the hog protein is just, wow. Yikes, how they get into like the whole whole naming thing. Let's see. Hedgehog signaling pathway. Man, I can't find it. Oh well. I don't know if you've ever met her, but you'd really like Mouse. She's another VTuber in the group, and she's been a pharmacist and is studying and training for residency. I feel like you guys get along. Ooh. Yes, we probably will. Like, maybe someday just, like, we get the entire just nerd brigade in, like, the indie VTuber world, and then I guess we fight to the death over, the title of who's ultimate nerd, I guess. Hog protein. But yeah, like, you know, even though I'm technically not branded as, like, a science VTuber, I talk about it way too much to, like, not be, you know? Like, at this point, it's like a secondary part of my brand. With just how much I talk about my work. But I mean, I enjoy my work. Time to nerd to the death amongst. Yeah, like, I mean, I guess when it comes to, like, my hobbies, like, I don't know. I sometimes surprise myself with, like, just how much of a stereotypical nerd I can be. Like, I'm now into, like, computer parts and, like, computer hardware and, like, mechanical keyboards, and it's just like, man, that's the stuff that, like, you know, like, stereotypical nerd stuff, you know? And, like, I never thought I would be into computer parts either until, like, I started building my PC, and now it's just like, you know, I'm salivating at, like, everything that's new on the market, because it's like, ooh, I get to potentially upgrade my child. All my VTuber friends studying really awesome fields, BME, business and trade, no knowledge, and law and practice. Oh, if you don't know, if you've seen Jim around, he's actually a lawyer. Like, he's a legit lawyer, alright. I'm so deep in the office stuff, it's become my VTuber identity. But yeah, don't worry, Jim is a lawyer. He can sympathize with, like, your pain. Yes, Jim. I'm talking about you. So, like, I was always part PC nerd, but I never thought I would go that deep into nerd stuff. But now I build Gundam and Pokemon models. Oh yeah, talk to me about computer life-size Magikarp model. Oh my god. You need to show me this. You actually need to show me the life-size Magikarp. Life-size Magikarp. Oh my god. Like, just legit post it on Twitter. That is a unit. That is an absolute unit. He's next to my Rayquaza. Adorable. But yeah, like, you know, now that GPU prices have finally become reasonable again, it's just like, oh, I can get a 3060 once EVGA puts it on sale, that is. Whenever that may be. If it's life size, you should call it Magic Clarp. Ooh. I mean, like, if we're talking Pokemon, my favorite, I'm honestly just thinking of trading in my PC for a new one. yeah, I mean, I could consider rebuilding my PC, but at the same time, it's just like, PC parts do add up, and also mine is still currently perfectly serviceable, even though I do wish that I had a full-size ATX motherboard, since, man, having to put like an extra Wi-Fi dongle in the back is just way too annoying in my opinion. USB real estate is already pretty tight. There's always new stuff to plug in. Mood. Yeah, like, if you look in the back of my PC right now, it's like literally a jungle. With like how many wires there are. Dude, literally almost all my USB ports, same. Yeah, I think the only empty USB ports I have right now are like the ones at the front, and even then that is like the front one. Like, only one in the front is empty. PC parts in this economy. Yeah, but GPU prices are finally becoming reasonable again. Thanks in no part to the whole crypto crash that's going on right now. But honestly, like, back in like last year, oh my god, prices were ridiculous. Like, even my current like 2060, which at this point is like not that good anymore comparably to like the 3000 series, 2021 GPU prices cost a kidney. Yeah, like, honestly, I feel really lucky that I managed to get my GPU when I did, which was like right before prices started spiking in 2020. And like, back then my parents thought that was overkill because like, oh, what are you gonna do with a GPU? You could just get a CPU with integrated graphics, and then the price increase happened. It's just like, yeah, really glad I made that purchase, right? 2022 GPU prices are good, but inflation made everything else worse. Exactly. I'm not gonna bother doing the chicken just because the chicken is easy. I can just do Mr. Chimkin in 2 strokes. I'm gonna actually continue on for another hour. Gotta love the economy right now, eh? But yeah, I guess since this is technically a 1-year anniversary stream, I should probably talk about my my plans for the future. I'm happy crypto got the kick in the head it deserves. If you were to ask me, I would say it deserves more than what's happening right now. Yeah. But, I guess since this is like my 1-year anniversary, like, yeah. How's your streaming journey been like? I mean, it's been a thing, I guess, I'm honestly amazed that, like, I made it to affiliate in, like, 3 months. When, like, before, when I first started on the internet, like, I've never actually broken 500 followers on any platform, So, like, I usually gain followers like really, really slowly. Like, so to like hit 50 on Twitch in like a month and be eligible for like monetization was like, honestly, it kind of shocked me. Because I've never really had that kind of progress on like any other platform, and like now a year later I'm closing in on 250. It's like, man, back when I was on Scratch, like that took me a really long time. Well, actually no, maybe not in Scratch, just because like back then I was like young and still had like enough time to like pump out pieces really quickly. But like on DeviantArt, like I only hit like 300 in like, let me actually check my DeviantArt account, because like I remember it took me like 3 years or something to hit 300. Yeah. No, wait. I don't think I even hit 500 on DeviantArt. Like, and that was like after 3 years. Like I hit like 250 and stuff. Oh god, I remember DeviantArt. I'm really happy that you're getting the recognition you deserve. Thank you. Yes, I will check out the... Oh my god, Magikarp! I see him. I don't want to remember those pieces. Yeah, I don't either, but hang on, let me fish out my power pack. Feel free to share them on stream. It's all good with me. I will do just that. Hang on. Like, just gotta rearrange my desk a little bit. There. Okay, recalibrate everything. Okay. Sorry for the noise, just, you know. Okay, let me show the Magikarp. Just gonna open up a new canvas right here. Look. Oh my god. There's a plushie. Look. I love Magikarp. If you guys can't tell, like, Magikarp, like, he tries his best. He really does. My favorite Magikarp are, like, shiny ones, though. They're, like, bright gold. You can't see them well, but oh, they're the 4th gen Pokesleepers. I actually have one of them, but it's just, like, the evolution ones. And, I got Flareon, even though I really wanted, like, Eevee or, like, Umbreon instead. Oh wait, no, it wasn't Eevee or Umbreon. I wanted Sylveon. Yeah, Sylveon. I never got into Pokemon for reasons, but I do think they're cute. Honestly, I don't know. You should check out the Pokemon games. I think you'd like them. Though keep in mind, when it comes to Pokemon, my hot takes are Gen 5 is the best, and Pokemon peaked with Gen 5. Like, the games are fun for what they were, but Gen 5 was like a peek at what could have been, you know? And then people got pissed off, and then... and then they just started pandering to the nostalgia bait. What was Gen 5? Sinnoh? Gen 5 was Unova, so yeah, Pokepeta. And that's the Gen 3 Pokesleeps, the rarer now. Ooh. So I have rare ones. Fancy. Ah, Unova. Yeah. But like anyway, as I was saying earlier, like yeah, it's just, it honestly shocked me at how compared to like before, I actually managed to like grow a lot more quickly. So yeah. It was honestly, it honestly came as quite a big shock, but you know, I'm still gonna stick around after this, you know. I do quite enjoy streaming, even if like, you know, half the time I don't know what to say, because I don't know, I feel like there are just times where like my brain just kind of runs dry, you know, even though I'm normally kind of chatty. But yeah, I'm still gonna be around. As for my schedule, it's probably gonna stick to like just once a week or maybe twice a weekend, maybe. It honestly depends on how busy my classes are. So I don't know, depending on how lenient my classes are next year, like I might actually do Saturdays and Sundays, but at the same time, like it highly depends on my schedule. I'd hope so. I really like following you, and I love checking out your streams. Aw, thank you. But yeah, that's honestly my plans for next year. Just yeah, I'm still working away at something else. If you guys didn't know, my New Year's resolution this year was like actually to learn how to sing and like release a cover, and I am taking lessons now. Still not exactly confident enough to like actually sing per se, but like I've honestly gotten a lot better way faster than I thought, just by like taking lessons for a single month. And honestly, like, you know, I've always actually really enjoyed doing music, and yeah, it's just, you know, when it comes to music, I've played flute ever since I was in elementary school, and did that until high school. And like I wanted to pick up guitar, but because of school, like I was just way too busy to actually like do any meaningful practice. So like, I don't know, singing is honestly the easiest in that regard, because quite frankly, like when you're taking a shower like at night, that's like prime practice time. Flute gang, let's go. Yeah, like, oh man. When I say that flutes are like the violins of band, like I'm not kidding. We have like an equally big ego. Bruh, Toots would love to hear that. She's a merchant, performs in concert. Yeah, I only did concert band because my high school's marching band was we were not a marching band. Concert band only, gang. Yes, unshrimp time. I have successfully unshrimped. But anyway, our school's marching band was non-existent. Our marching band was essentially the concert band, put through a 2-week boot camp in preparation for our annual Memorial Day parade. Like, we were honestly very bad at marching, and it took all of the coordination that like we had collectively as a class to like just get through the entire Memorial Day thing. Yeah, it was like, it's not just the like our highest like best concert band people who were marching the parade. It was the entire concert band, like everybody. So, you know, we had like everybody from freshmen who were marching for the first time to like, you know, veterans per se. So, you know, as you can tell, it was a disaster every time. And yeah, the concert band often got into like little spats with like the orchestra, which were like, you know, all the stringed instruments and stuff. And it's just like, you know, yeah. Everybody likes the strings more than us, you know? Even though like our concert band is like recognized as like basically being the best in state, whereas like our orchestra program is like generally considered like, you know, mediocre at best. So yeah, we had quite an ego. Like we would often send at least like 10 kids to regionals every single year, and like even kids to nationals at times. Not when you're last chair. You see, I wasn't last chair. I was decidedly somewhere in the middle. Oh damn, that's impressive though. Yeah. I never actually auditioned for regionals though, because like I had and still have extremely like bad performance anxiety. So like that's why like I never really auditioned for regionals. Yeah, like when I auditioned to like even be in like the best concert band in our school, like it took all the energy that I had to like not go into a nervous breakdown. And apparently I made it in, so you know, yeah. Then the violin suffers. Well, honestly, the funny thing is, like, flutes and violins are like a lot more similar than like most people think. Like, one, you know, there's the attitude, but two, both instruments also have like a really bad problem of hitting the other people. Like, the thing is, like with flutes, we really have to like stagger ourselves and like twist ourselves around whenever we play, because like, you know, flutes are like held sideways and stuff, and like if we don't twist around and like stay that way the entire time, we will actually hit the other person in like the face, whether it's like our standmate or like the person the next stand over. Yeah, we have to twist our whole torso a bit to the side while almost everyone is just front. They have the attitude when you're in the orchestra too. Trumpet, sax, clarinet, oboe even. Yeah, it's just, oh man. It's awful. Like, you wonder why I have back problems. It's just like, you know, yeah. Part of it is just from years of flute playing and like twisting to the side the entire time. It's CMC syndrome. So many pieces focus on those instruments as the main or solos, and it leads to it. Yeah. And it's like, you know, whenever you throw like the violins and the flutes in like the same piece, it's just like, you know, it ends up being a dick measuring contest, if I'm being completely honest. Oh wait, these banks are supposed to be a lot longer. Meanwhile, I want to be the cannon operator. Oh, yes. In fact, fun fact, the reason why I played flute was because I was too scared to actually sign up for percussion when like we split into instruments back in when we chose our instruments back in 3rd grade. Like, I've honestly always wanted to do percussion. It's just that, you know, I knew that all the guys would, like, you know, instantly reach for percussion. It's like, you know, herder, drums go bang bang, and like, you know, all the girls would reach for violin and stuff because, you know, for the same reason. It's just like, you know, ooh, violin is like, you know, what every girl is like obligated to play and stuff. And then it's just like, you know, what do I play now? And like, I thought the sax and like trumpet were way too loud for my sensitive ears, and like, honestly, yeah, it still is. They didn't offer oboe at my school. I did not want to like risk being as bad as Squidward. Like, that was my justification for not choosing clarinet. I did not want to be like Squidward. This is going to be a future argument in our DMs, violin versus flute, if I ever get lessons. Honestly, I would say probably go for violin instead, just because flute is actually really hard to get sound out of. Like, if you don't know what you're doing. Like, violin is probably just the easiest. Like, it took me a full half hour to like actually figure out how to get sound out of just like the headpiece when I first started out. And that was like basically everybody else. I was honestly inspired by a Legend of Zelda performance, a lady who cosplayed as Ink doing a whole flute melody. Trumpet was something I could never do. Yeah, for me it was Pokemon, actually. Like, somebody, like, I learned that like this one melody from like the Pokemon movies was like actually done on flute, so I was like, oh my god, it's Pokemon, I have to do flute now. So yeah, that's how I decided I was gonna do flute. It was because Pokemon won me over. And you know, I kept at it all the way until like the end of high school. Then I was like, you know what, I want to play stuff that I actually listen to, because like that was like, you know, after I had been introduced into my emo phase. And you know, yeah, that was actually the reason why I ended up quitting flute and just like dropping it. It was because like I wanted to play stuff that I actually listened to, and that's why I wanted to pick up guitar. But then, you know, I didn't have any time to practice because of all my classes, and then I was like, yeah, guess I'm just gonna have to learn to sing now if I want to keep doing music. And that's where I am now. Speaking of this topic, have you heard Lonely Puppeteer? No, I have not. Guitar is nice to play. Yeah, I wanted to do all the rock songs that I could. Developing the calluses, though, fucking sucks. Yeah, I mean, I didn't find that to be much of a problem, just because my fingers are insanely calloused anyway, and I don't know why. It's just like, I developed so many calluses. This is the link with the actual performers. They mocap for it. Ooh. Oh, wait. This is Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Heroes. I didn't realize they did that. it's been like a hot while since I last played Heroes, so yeah. Last I heard, one of my friends is still dropping bank on the game because waifu. My fingertips have cut tons of calluses and I still cut them on the guitar from time to time. Ouch. It was this year's April Fool's. Ah, so that's why. But yeah, for some reason my fingers grow calluses like crazy. Like, oh no, this is on the wrong layer too. A shame. But yeah, it honestly, I don't really do much except like, you know, draw, maybe cook food, daily kind of work. And like even then, I get these really thick calluses on my hands that like I actually have to like cut with nail clippers every now and then because like that's how bad they get. That's odd. Yeah, it is. And also another reason why, like, I don't think I probably... Why, like, I guess I don't really play guitar that much is because, like, my hands are just small. Like, I have trouble just reaching even, like, the most basic of chords sometimes. And, like, that's even with, like, stretching. At least I've never heard of it before. Yeah, I mean, it's just a problem that I've had since forever, I guess. It's nothing new to me. But yeah, that's honestly my story as a band kid. It definitely requires a build-up, or at least a different size guitar. But yeah, stuff that nobody really knew. I was definitely a band kid. And actually, I also did theater as well, but I was definitely more of like the behind the scenes kind of guy. Yeah, I did like the scenery and like move stuff around between scene changes and stuff. I did do acting once, and it was like I landed a role as like an extra. So, you know, the kind of people where like, you know, they ask you like, you know, here, stand here, like, you know, make the scene like look lively and stuff. And yeah, I never had any singing roles, thank God, back then, because like I never did choir after like it was no longer deemed mandatory. Like in my elementary school, like everybody was forced to do choir. Like we'd get together in the auditorium every Thursday, and like it was basically, you know, forced. We were all forced to go into the auditorium on Thursdays to like do choir and stuff. And like every single time we'd have like, you know, a concert where like, you know, all the parents would sit and like, the big one was like Flag Day, where we'd sing all sorts of patriotic songs, and like every single time without fail I would mumble, because like that was how like unconfident I was with my singing. and like yeah, I mumbled a lot. But yeah, ever since then I just never sang except in the shower, and also like that was just like shitty Vocaloid. Oh my god. If we're talking about like early 2012's Vocaloid, oh man. Like I was very much like a Miku fan and stuff, and like I guess if you dig deep enough in my scratch page, you'll find just exactly what kind of crap I listened to. Like, there was a lot. I think we all have our Vocaloid moments. Yeah. And like, I would screech like meltdown in the shower, and probably my parents hated me for it. Meltdown, Triple Baka. I used to listen to Gumi and Happy Synthesizer. Oh my god, Happy Synthesizer was like... I can still remember most of it. Like, I don't remember the lyrics, but I do remember the melody. Triple Baka was like another one, and that was like the version with like Teto and I believe it was Teto. Was it Kagamine Rin or was it Luca? It was like some like, you know, the classic V2 Vocaloids, and then there was Teto, who was like, you know, the anomaly. Mine was Trick and Treat. Vocaloid Okotama Sensei by Kagamine Rin and Kagamine Len. Vocaloid appeared quite dramatically in my life at a real low point when I needed it the absolute most. Yeah. For me it was just like, you know, it was like, I guess the introduction to like, for me to like anime and stuff, including Black Butler. Oh my god, I had a whole ass Black Butler OC. You can probably imagine how embarrassed of it I am now, you know? Yeah, but like Vocaloid was like one of those things that I got into, and was like one of those things that like all my friends liked as well. Yeah, honestly, like, I still keep in contact with like a lot of those friends now, even though we're all like, you know, busy and college students, but like at the same time it's just like, you know, man, oh yeah, that and Hitalia was like the big one. Like one of my best friends, Raiku, if any of you guys have heard of her, like we actually met through Hitalia. It was actually like through that like I actually got the courage to approach her, because like my first anime was actually Mekaku City Actors. Oh my god. I actually like heard of the Vocaloid like album first, and like I was really into the lore and stuff. And you know, you guys show off your Black Butler OC now. Fun fact, that OC only ever like existed in my mind. I never drew it down or anything, but like I can go ahead and explain it right now. So basically she was like, you know, a Reaper, because of course she was. I believe what the hell? What was a piece of lawn equipment that I had her use? I don't think it was a scythe, because I think back then I was like smart enough to like know that, yeah, that's a bit too stereotypical, and like, you know, in that universe they all use like, you know, lawn trimming equipment. Was it like the big pair of shears, like the really big tree trimming shears or something? I don't know. But like, yeah, it was some kind of lawn mowing equipment, and you know, obviously she did her job better than all the other Reapers available, and like Sebastian was in love with her or something. It was just... Yeah. I don't remember the exact details, but that was kind of the gist of it. And, like, you know, I go ahead and, like, you know, do all the... think up of all these fantastical stories in my mind, and they never really came out to anything. You can tell Isekai sucks because it's all fantasy setting, but there's no cool sights and shit. What the fuck? Yeah, you know, sometimes you just gotta bring back the edgelord stuff. Oh, that was the wrong layer. That was the wrong selection thing. Hey, whoa. There are plenty of good isekai with sides. I mean, I would argue that, given how things are these days, there are no good isekai. Actually, no, Slime is an exception. But then again, Slime is apparently intended to be a parody. I never really watched ReZero. Now my favorite isekai is probably Konosuba, but that is because it is an active parody of like the genre, and Kazuma is a piece of shit. But that's why it's funny. It's not, it gets kind of dark later on. I have a few isekais I like, but the vast majority are just painful. Like, it turns to a huge nation-building thing later on. Oh, really? Huh. Maybe I should check it out later, but, like, Konosuba is something a whole lot of people like. Yeah, because, like, it's funny, it's actually good. It doesn't really try hard to be, like, you know, a wish fulfillment power fantasy. Like, Kazuma is a piece of shit, and that's why, like, it's so good. He's a piece of shit, and he gets what's coming at him. And, like, honestly, the entire cast is also, like, you know, filled with various equally awful people. And that's why it works. Is one of those isekais Tanya the evil? Yes. May I ask just one last thing? The wrong way to use healing magic. I'm the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. Oh my god. Yes. The dynamic is just... That's why I say it's like, you know, it's a piece of shit known as Kazuma and like equally... and like some other equally awful cast members. It just works. Also a wonderful English dub, and I almost never say that. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like that's a bit too, like, you know, meta for me. And like when it comes to anime at the moment, I think my queue is full. Because I'm currently just like trying to watch through Eva and got a bit too busy for that lately, but I am halfway through the original series, and I want to finish it. Because it's pretty fucking funny because Tanya, is it Ains or something, are trying to act cool, meanwhile Cosmo and Super are just stuck there with them, and the two of them are full on weeb bros. They were acting like real bros. Yeah, maybe I'll watch it. Maybe. I don't know. do I really want to like pull out another subscription though? Like, there's Netflix, and I've been meaning to watch like Way of the House Husband for quite a while now. I see. You can get my crunchy sub. Yeah, but what's the point of it if I don't have time usually to watch anime? The anime adaptation of Way of the House Husband is not good, sorry. I heard that like they purposely made it so that the animation style is like basically motion comic. But honestly, like, when it comes to Way of the House Husband, I honestly think it probably works best as like a live action. Because I saw the live action trailer of as like a promo for the actual like manga, and oh my god, that they really should have considered like making it an actual live action series. There is a live action House Husband? Oh my god. I gotta find it. Because like I saw the book trailer and like that was the funniest thing I saw in a hot while. But like yeah, honestly like I believe the mangaka like purposely wanted the anime to look like just basically comic but slightly more like motion and stuff, but like yeah, I do think live action is probably the best medium for that particular manga. Looks like it's a movie and just came out in Japan. Cool. But yeah, House Husband is fun. So anyway, like, you all know my opinion on a Pokemon with like, what's the best generation? I want to hear about it from you guys. What is the best Pokemon generation? And if you say it's Gen 6, oh hi Zako, hi Zako, welcome. Oh yeah, for a while before we were actually talking about like nerd hobbies and stuff, and apparently we have a few other Gundam builders here as well. Fun fact, I met Zako at a bookstore in New York City when I was trying to like get some stuff, and yeah, I saw them carrying a whole stack of like Gundam boxes. Hello, Gundam builder. But yes, man, nerd hobbies. Gunplug got me into art school. I personally really like Toen. Are we talking about the original or are we talking about Oraz? My favorite gens are 8 and 3. Yeah, Gen 8 was alright. Spoilers for anybody who didn't play it. So Galar, original. They had so many fun new ghost Pokemon for me to love. Oh yes. I love Galarian Corsola. Huge ghost type fan. Yeah, for me, the one thing that I don't like about Gen 8 is the fact that they did my Litwick line dirty. I love the for reference, I love the Litwick line. They're my favorite ghost types of all time. Like, come on, it's a freaking goth Chandelure. Chandelier is the actual Pokemon. Like, I love the Chandelure line. Cursal is so fun. Oh yeah, I heard Cursal is pretty fun as well. I never really tried it myself though. I only really got it for like the living dex, which I did manage to complete, by the way. It's currently sitting in my cartridge collecting dust, but honestly, it was also Gen 8 honestly like taught me to love the Scolipede line as well. Like, I did like the big horse bug initially, but like, oh my god, Gen 8 just... I'll introduce you guys to like my favorite Scolipede build. It is hidden ability, like speed boost, Jolly Scolipede. So like, you know, plus speed, and I guess it was like one of the minus like defense or special defenses. So like, you know, it's a fast boy. Speed boost. We have Baton Pass. I believe Swords Dance. So Baton Pass, Swords Dance, or was it Bulk Up? I think it was Swords Dance. Bulldoze and Megahorn. And you Baton Pass everything into a Brave... I believe it's a hidden ability, Corviknight as well. So it's like... I forgot what ability exactly, but Corviknight has Power Trip, Bulk Up, Roost, and I think Brave Bird or something. It was like one of those like really like, you know, high powered moves and stuff that probably gives like recoil damage, and it's just like, you know, set up into sweep, or like you can literally just sweep with the Scolipede as well. It's just like, oh man. I love that Scolipede so much. I have a ghost gym team set around ailments and hex. Yeah, I feel like Chandelure would be very helpful for that. You know, just burn hex, burn hex. But like, you know, if anybody's interested, do consider checking out my Scolipede, trying out my Scolipede build. I love that Scolipede so much that I ended up breeding a perfect IV shiny Scolipede. And Eevee trained the shit out of it. And it's just like, to sit through that many rounds of shiny hunting, and like, I did the Masuda method as well, so like I end up having to like raise that thing from like level 1 to like 100, and it's just like, by the 9 you're off the shits. But like anyway, like just, oh man. All that work is insane. I mean, I gotta do it for my lovely Scolipede, you know? Though I do have to say, shiny Scolipede is not as nice looking as regular Scolipede. Hi Calamity, thank you! Thank you for the wishes. Oh wait, the nose is a heart. I can barely shiny hunt and you're doing all this like, it actually wasn't that hard, if I'm being completely honest, because I got set up with like a pretty good like stock like Whirlipede. Yeah, so I got a 5 IV normal Japanese Whirlipede, and I also had a perfect IV Whirlipede donated to me by a friend. So all I had to do was breed and hatch eggs. But like, you know, it is literally the only Pokemon that I have ever shiny hunted. Shiny hunted and like 4 perfect IVs and stuff. I have shiny hunted others. My favorite shiny is the Magikarp. And I got one from like, I believe the first New Year's celebration that they had in Pokemon, and it was like yeah, they had like max raids, and there was a certain percentage where you could land yourself a shiny Magikarp, and I caught that thing, and yeah, now I have shiny Magikarp. What Pokemon never played it? Pokemon. I was too old for Gen 1, so if it weren't for the fact that my parents never really got me any game systems until the DS Lite, I would have actually been perfect at the perfect age for Gen 3, but it was only, because we didn't get me like any game systems until like the DS Lite, yeah, I started with Gen 4. And even then it was like Gen 4 on up. Gen 4 that was like pirated. And now it's just like, you know, even if I want to play like Gen 4 legitimately, like, well, there is the remake, but the remake sucks in comparison to like the original Platinum. So it's just like, I might as well just pirate Platinum instead, since, you know, Nintendo isn't selling it and stuff, even though there are people who, including me, who would definitely pay for it to be like ported onto Switch. Like, directly ported 2008 graphics and all. But like, yeah. Honestly, I really want to finish Platinum. Except not too old. But yeah, even though Gen 4 was like my first ever Pokemon game, the first game that I actually finished was Gen 5. And like, I'd have to credit Gen 5 with also just like introducing me to like games that are like more like, you know, JRPGs and stuff. Because like, you know, before then, like all I really played was like, you know, Mario and like the DS port Mario. And I guess, you know, Miniclip and stuff, like if anybody knows, it's like, it was basically like a Newgrounds a Newgrounds clone, where like, you know, you'd have games from Newgrounds and like you'd play that. Fireboy and Water Girl and stuff. Those kinds of games. It's just like, you know, it was my first introduction to like anything that had like, I don't know, I guess proper narrative. That, sure, although like Diamond and Pearl and Platinum had some narrative, it wasn't like anything where it was just like, it wasn't anything like Black and White where I could literally, where I like played it and it was like, oh my god. You know, it got my 10-year-old like brain thinking about like, I don't know, I guess video games as an art form, to put, I guess, in pretentious terms, you know? And like, I guess it really is thanks to like Pokemon Black and White that like I have my current video game taste, where it's like, where I play a lot of JRPGs and stuff, and like I play for the sake of like, essentially, you know, the director's vision and stuff, and like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but like, it was basically Pokemon Black and White that like made me realize that video games could be more than just smack the bad guy, you know? The game that got me into video games as art was Final Fantasy IV, just miles ahead of anything else at the time. Yeah, unfortunately for me, like back when I was that young, like I wasn't allowed to play anything besides Pokemon, like, you know, parent-approved games and whatnot, so it was like, Black and White was one of those things that like really just blew my mind as like a naive little kid. And then after that, you know, I just slowly started branching out in my taste, and now look at me, I play too many games for my own good. But yeah, let me recommend a very old game then. Eternal Sonata. Oh, like the Castlevania one? It's Castlevania, right? No. Oh? In that case, let me look it up. Oh. Role-playing game. Bandai Namco. Xbox 360. Here, let me recommend this ancient game that came out on Chex Notes PS3. I mean, you're not wrong, but also I hate it. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, the PS3 in my mind isn't that old, even though, like, I guess it is kind of old, because we're already on the PS5 now. But at the same time, it's just like, it doesn't feel that old. Not like, you know, the PS1 and PS2. It's about Frederick Chopin and his death, and how, while he was dying in his fever dreams, he was taken to another world where humans lived under the rule of a society that demonized anyone who had magic and pushed them into suffering. It is huge into music theory and musical timing, as well as using Chopin's original score for it, while having this whole light and dark combat system. Oh my god. Honestly, now I'll consider checking it out if it is available anywhere. I don't have a PS3, so yeah. Freddy Chopin. PS3 was the first generation designed for HD TV, so I think there's a big dividing line there. Yeah. I don't know, it's just like, I feel like HD TVs aren't that old, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Apparently, like, some of the tech that I had growing up is considered retro nowadays with, like, the Zoomers. Like, the baby Zoomers now. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, apparently it's kind of archaic for me to still collect CDs. But at the same time, it's just like, I mean, Jim, you know this well enough that, like, some of the music that we listen to is, like, literally can't be bought anywhere other than, like, in CD form, you know? And also just, it feels nice to have something that you can touch. A classic rock station in my area. I still collect CDs, but I just love physical swag. CDs sound great on my record player. Oh my god, that was painful. I'm sorry, that statement was painful. Whew. A classic rock station in my area that used to play like Black Sabbath and Guns N' Roses now plays MCR and the like. I can't believe MCR is considered classic rock. Like, it's not classic rock, it's literally born out of the 2012, like, scene, so to speak. And, like, the scene is pretty much the furthest you can get from classic rock, you know? But honestly, like, this is a hot take, but honestly, I don't really like classic rock. Have I ever bought a CD then been too lazy to rip it, so I just torrented the contents? Ah, yes. They call it top hits of the 80s and 90s, and they played Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure Boulevard of Broken Dreams is like early 2000s. Like, Bush era punk. Like, isn't the entire album kind of just like admonishing Bush Bush era politics as well. Yes. Yeah. So, like, classic hits of the 90s, like, Bush went into office in 2001 and American Idiot was released in 2003. Yes, but I have to include 2000 music as part of it. That's just awful, in my opinion. Hence them adding MCR and the like. Oh my god. But like, honestly, American Idiot is a good album. I don't know. I still listen to it, and like, every time I listen to it, it's like, I come back to it every few years, and it's like, it's still relevant in a way. Like, when I first listened to it, when I was, 13 and stuff, it was like very much, angsty teenager relating with like the whole thing of like Jesus of Suburbia, like, just growing up being all angsty and stuff. And now that I'm older, it's just like, I can appreciate, like, I guess the more political tones of like when it was written and stuff, and like seeing similar attitudes nowadays. Fuck me, you said Bush era punk, and I'm like, but Bush had all those hits in the 90s though. Now you're thinking, yeah, the Bush that I'm thinking about is like George Bush, the younger one, not like Bush era punk is considered classic rock these days. Anything pre-2010. Like, that's just sad. Like, in my mind, classic rock is still very much stuff from like the 60s and 70s. Like Rolling Stones and the like. Well, actually, no. I don't know when the Rolling Stones were from, but I know for a certain that it is basically whatever this one kid I knew liked. That is classic rock. And, yeah, fun fact, I actually really don't like classic rock. It's amazing how multiple generations got treated Green Day just killing it. But like, yeah, I guess I should probably go into why I hate classic rock so much, and it is purely because of this one kid that I knew back in high school. Like, some of you guys may have like heard the story anyway, but like, I'm gonna tell it. It's like this one kid who is a whiny little bitch, and he loved classic rock because, quite frankly, that was all his parents ever listened to. And well, he was like, oh yeah, I want to start a classic rock band. And well, long story short, he basically made my friend really fucking miserable. And like, didn't respect her boundaries at all and the like. And yeah, it was not good. But honestly, I don't feel like telling that story tonight. But either way, like, the gist of it is he was honestly just not that good of a person, and he loved classic rock. So, that's honestly what I associate with when it came to that. What do you mean by classic rock here? 90s, 80s, 60s, and 70s. 60s and 70s. So, like, he was very much like, Beatles, that kind of stuff. The kind that, like, his parents, who were, fairly old, grew up listening to. Lol. Yeah, I remember he was, like, a big fan of, like, the Rolling Stones as well. You could put one on and listen to Stairway to Heaven, Welcome to the Jungle, Hotel California, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Teenagers, and Thanks for the Memories, and then Guns N' Roses. Ouch. Ouch. Suffer with that information as I have. But yeah, it's just, the thought of anything from the 2000s being considered as classic rock just baffles me. My parents listen to that and I don't. Then again, I only listen to songs from shows I like. Yeah, so apparently, like, according to my PI, there's like this whole thing. Well, his entire theory, which on like music tastes, which he said to the entire lab while drunk off his ass, is that like basically whatever your parents like listening to is automatically not cool. And honestly, I think it makes a lot of sense. Then again, there are some exceptions, like, you know, that former friend of mine that I mentioned earlier. All his parents listen to are like Rolling Stones and Beatles and whatnot, and he apparently loves that stuff. Who listens to what their parents listen to? Unfortunately for me, I was subjected to that. Not of my own volition, mind you. It was like, oh man, when I was like in elementary school, my mom really liked like Chinese, like watching Chinese dramas and stuff. And, like, there was this one star called Wu Qilong that like she was obsessed with, and like there's this one TV drama that was going on, like she blasted the theme song from that show over and over again, and like I'm pretty sure she broke like a few things from the Geneva Convention just by doing that. Fun fact, the first discography of Maroon 5 also falls under classic rock. Oh no. My parents listened to classical and early music mostly, so all their early hits in their songs about Jam album. Yeah, so my mom blasted like the 步步惊心 soundtrack like on repeat, and so like I know all the songs pretty much by heart. And honestly, like the worst part of it all was, so we would often like go to China to like visit my grandparents and stuff, and like one year we decided to go and like take a pit stop in Xi'an because you know, gotta do something fun, right? Turns out the hotel that she picked was because it was near this mall, and apparently one of those days Wu Qilong was there to film like some sort of promotion with like a watch company, and so my mom dragged me there. I was like, what the hell is going on? Why are there so many people here and screaming? And then she held me up to look at the stage, and I was like, who's this guy? He looks average. Why are we here again? And like my mom told me, oh, that's Wu Qilong. Did you get a look at him? And I was like, I don't see anything special. So like, yeah, I guess, yeah, my first meeting with like a star was just against my will, basically. I did not enjoy it, by the way. My mom did make up for it later by like getting me ice cream though. But overall, I was gonna, not worth it. Not worth it at all. Bing. Yes, ice cream. It was from Baskin Robbins too, which is apparently pretty bougie in China. But like, it's Baskin Robbins here. 31 flavors, yes. But who goes to Baskin Robbins? I do. I love beer. Ah. We don't really have it around here. Yeah, most of our ice cream stores are like smaller stores. Alright, I'm gonna finish doing like the preliminaries, doing like the sketches for these, and then I'm gonna head off, and yeah. I'm gonna head off, and maybe we'll continue this next week. Or maybe I'll just finish it off on my own time. Who knows? But I think next week I want to actually continue with Final Fantasy XIV and finally break out of Limsa Lumensa. Because I'm still currently stuck in that city, and being stuck there means I have nothing to do. But anyway, like I heard that they swap out like the 31 flavors every month. Is that true? Because like their whole logo is like designed around that whole concept of like 31 flavors. Not that I've ever seen. Ah, I see. Chug. But I just drank water. I just chugged. I'll do it again though. I have finished chugging. Okay. But I just drank water flow. Fine, I'll do it. I have drank the water. Okay, let's see. I gotta get the silhouette of the dress right. Okay. But speaking of ice cream, what is everybody's favorite ice cream flavor? I personally really like blackberry flavored ice cream, and by extension raspberry flavored. Like, you don't really see that many raspberry ice creams, but when it does happen, it's actually really good. Chocolate almond. Tripleton cookie. Ooh, that sounds really good. Cookies and cream. Ah. Like, I really like raspberry ice cream when they offer it, but there's also one of my favorites is like actually just there are some places that offer pure like milk flavored milk flavored ice cream, and like the places that offer them, like honestly the milk ice cream is like really good. It's 1/3 cookies and cream, 1/3 cookie dough, and 1/3 brownie. Oh, that sounds amazing. I wish we had that here. Ube ice cream is also really good as well, but like there aren't a lot of places that offer it. And the one place that does, unfortunately, is like really icy and stuff. So it's like, no wait, not icy, it's like chunky. Like you eat it and then it's like, you know, there's like grains of ube in there that like haven't been pulverized and like homogenized or something. And it's just like, you know, although the flavor is good, the texture isn't exactly the best. Mine is also cookies and cream. I see. So for you guys, it's, yeah, fun. But yeah, ube ice cream is pretty good. Just when it's not like sandy and grainy and grainy ice cream is not something that should exist. I have a cheat one called Purple Magic as a flavor. Purple Magic? What does that taste like? Pop-Tart. But like there's many different kinds of Pop-Tart. Like what kind of Pop-Tart specifically? Like strawberry Pop-Tart? Grape Pop-Tart, if it even exists? Yeah. There's like, Now I kind of want ice cream. We do have ice cream in the fridge right now, but like it is red bean flavored. And like red bean flavored ice cream is alright. It's just that, I don't know. The one that we got is like really icy and grainy as well. They take like mixed berry Pop-Tarts with frosting and like another flavor, and they turn it into a cream paste and then add flavoring, and then mix it into ice cream. Ah, I see. So that's why they call it Purple Magic, because it's basically mystery ice cream. Wait, why do you have red bean flavored? Well, red bean is like a traditional dessert flavor, like for Asian desserts and stuff. So it's like, why not red bean flavor? That's like the bigger question. Because like, you'd be surprised with how many red bean flavored things there are in the world. Like, given its popularity in East Asia. Like, there's dorayaki, which is, you know, classic red bean filled like pancake sandwich. That's found in Japan. There are so many other red bean flavored sweets, like ryudagor. That's like basically a Chinese mochi roll that's traditionally filled with like red bean paste. Yeah. It's like, it's designed to be like a sweet thing, you know? It's not like, you know, here it's like, you know, chili like savory bean stuff. Nah, it's like, it's usually designed to be sweet. It's like, you know, traditional like Asian sweets flavor. They mix it into ice cream and stuff, and it's like honestly really good. We also have like green bean flavored stuff, and like before you think of like, you know, green beans as in like string beans, now it's like, it's similar. It's a bean similar to like red beans and stuff. It's just, you know, it's, instead of it being red, it's green, but it has like a similar flavor profile, just like slightly more green tasting, you know. Red bean is so common in Japan and Korea. Here in the Philippines, there's a lot of mango and ube flavored things. Yeah, like, oh my god, mango flavored things. Like, I wish there were more mango flavored desserts in my area because I love mango flavored things. Sometimes it's like the mango can be a bit too artificial, but like most of the time it's just like, I don't know, I like mango flavored things. I wish we had more over here in North America. But it's like, you know, usually we get like the really bad mango flavoring. It's just like, you know, oh yeah, it's novelty, it's mango flavored, herder. And it's just like, you know, it ends up tasting like shit. I love dried mangoes. Yeah, I like dried mangoes too. It's just that they tend to be very expensive around here because, you know, mango is a luxury fruit here. But I do like mangoes a lot. But on the topic of like tropical fruits, what's even better than mango in my opinion is mangosteen. Oh my god, they're so good. Like, they're kind of a pain in the ass to open because they have like a really thick purple shell, but underneath is like this sweet white flesh that, oh my god, it tastes like a combination of peach and mango. It's just so good. So good. And then there's durian. I actually really don't like durian. I can't even be in the same room as it. Okay, yeah, I think I'm done with these flowers. Honestly, my hand is kind of starting to cramp from these. Sorry. No, it's fine. I'll find a way to simplify this once I actually start lying. But like, I can see why not many people do fan art of this design. It was a great stream. Happy on your hearing. Thank you, Bayron. I hope to see you again soon. Have a good night or morning or whatever hour it is where you live. Yeah. Let's see, more bandages. Oh, my hand is really starting to cramp. Gotta finish quickly. Ah. I'm not gonna do the band-aid on her nose just because it looks kind of weird in my style. Actually, it's not that bad. I'll keep it. And yeah, yeah, with that, I'm done for the night. I'll start lining these tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow or next week, depends on how I get things done. Yeah. It was a great year. I hope to have many more with you guys as well. We will see what the future brings. But in the meantime, my hand's cramping up. I should probably also head to bed as well. It was nice chatting with you guys. Thank you for stream. Thank you guys as well for coming, and I will see you guys next week. We will probably be playing Final Fantasy XIV. Honestly, depends on my mood, but yeah, do rest your hand. I will indeed. But yeah, good night everyone. I hope you all rest well, and I'll see you next week.